Welcome back, Wildcats, to the 4th episode of Har-Ber On-Air. Nice to see you, Oppenheimer.
Nice to see you too, Barbie. Har-Ber On-Air is a production made by students for students, and today we have our spooky Halloween episode.
We have a lot of announcements today, so let's jump right into it. Any students interested in joining the Quiz Bowl team can reach out to Mr. Roth or join the Google Classroom code for more information.
Har-Ber's PTSO is getting ready to order student merch. Please check the link in your student announcements to order shirts, hats, sweatshirts, and other items.
It's time to purchase your athletic pass. Student passes are $25 and adult passes are $75. Passes are only good for Springdale home games. You can purchase them in the front office.
Students are invited to take a trip to Scotland and Ireland. This trip is scheduled for June of 2025, but now is the time to begin fundraising. Seniors can also attend. This parent meeting is October 25th at 6:15 in the library. Join the Google Classroom or see Ms. Davis in room B112 with questions.
HOSA is currently fundraising. Scan this QR code to purchase a $5 raffle ticket for a chance to win a MacBook. The raffle ends December 1st. Little Debbie's, chips, and drinks are also being sold at most exits after school for $1.
In sports and other activities, JV football plays Southside on Monday, October 23rd. On Tuesday, cross country has a meet at Rogers and the volleyball state tournament begins.
There are no events scheduled for Wednesday. On Thursday, the Powder Puff game is during primetime. Tickets are required. On Friday, the pep rally is in the Wildcat Arena during primetime, and football takes on Rogers. Make sure to show up to support our Wildcats.
Har-Ber is full of a variety of different passions. This week, we sat down with a Har-Ber student to get to know more about how she is getting into the local music scene.
For Har-Ber senior Grayson Sanders, music has been something that has always been a major part of her life. Over the years, her love for music, along with her musical journey, has only continued to grow.
Well, I've done choir since like 7th grade. I think I only joined in the first place because everybody joined in 7th grade to do choir. I didn't really think I could sing that well. I just was on the same page as every other 7th grader, so I just kind of did it for the fun of it. But over quarantine, my brother started teaching me guitar chords, and I realized that I really loved guitar, and I really loved being able to play and sing and kind of perform on my own. And then when I joined Lighthouse my junior year, it was just solidified that I loved performing and I loved singing music that wasn't choral and just things that are more catered to who I am as a person. But music is one of the most important things in my life. I also I'm part of the worship team at my church, and I have been since I was in 8th grade. And so it's there's like all areas of my life, like my faith and like who I am as a person. It's kind of everywhere, and it's like the one thing that ties me to certain family members of mine and hobbies and things that I love. So it's just really cool that it's so entwined with all parts of my life.
Through the support Grayson has gotten from not only her community, but also from the local music scene, she has been able to continue to take her passion for singing and turn it into something much bigger than a hobby.
Started gigging April of this year. I had a connection to like a family friend at the Red Door, and I'd been playing like songs on my guitar and just like singing for a long time, but I'd really wanted to go out and do something publicly. Obviously not like a concert because that's not how it works, but I wanted to do something fun to just showcase my music and what I had been practicing, just to see if there was like a place for it as a potential like profession or side career for me, and it worked out well. I've opened at the winery, Tonytown Winery, and I've opened at JJ's on Dixon, and I've played at a JJ's, and I've played at the Red Door, and so it's kind of been all over the place, but it's really fun, and I love it, so. I just feel like there's so many restaurants with live music around here. I don't know if it's just like an Arkansas thing or like a South thing, but I feel like we love live music. And so it's been really cool just to like play at different like local places around town, and also like not only is this area so musical and like everybody loves music around here, but people are so supportive and like loving. So every audience I feel like I've ever played for has been so accepting and so kind, which has just made for a really great experience for me. Connections are everything. I have been able to do everything that I've gotten to do through connections with other people, like through people, the people that do music here, like Mr. Penalto, like everybody here. That's the great thing about living in like Arkansas, is everybody knows everybody. So just get to know people and see what connections people have, because I have gotten the most random connections that have put me in some of the best places musically. So don't be shy to ask around and whatever.
To keep up with Grayson's musical journey and find more information on when any of her upcoming gigs are, follow her Instagram at Grayson_J_Sanders. For Har-Ber On-Air, I'm Megan Killen.
Wow, she's very talented for sure. Thanks for introducing us to her.
With so many new faces at Har-Ber this year, we wanted to take the time to get to know as many as possible. Anthony Gonzalez has this week's Teacher Spotlight.
New to Har-Ber this year as an English 11 teacher is Miss Lohendorf. She also wears another hat as the speech and debate coach, but it didn't start that way for Lohendorf.
What I decided to be a teacher for was history, and then I transitioned to English because I really enjoyed teaching students how to write and a love of books. Then with that came the opportunity to coach speech and debate at Central, so debate and forensics classes. And I really fell in love with the opportunities and the trips and the adventures that I get to take my forensics and debate students on. I really enjoy that moment when students find something they're passionate about, and when they get to explore that and create a program or a presentation, or they just use their voice and talk about it. It's that light up look they get on their face that makes me enjoy what I do.
Juggling English and debate isn't always an easy job.
It takes a lot of work, but I enjoy it. And when you enjoy something, it doesn't really feel like you're working that hard.
For Har-Ber On-Air, I'm Anthony Gonzalez.
Awesome getting to put names with faces. Thanks, Anthony. It's time for a quick commercial break, and we will be back for more Har-Ber On-Air.
Welcome back. You might have seen and heard about Renaissance at Har-Ber this year. We wanted to find out what it's all about. Mars McLeod has the story.
Underrepresented students have raised their voices, and one Har-Ber teacher has risen to the challenge to amplify them.
Renaissance is a new class that was started this year to promote culture and community within the student body at Har-Ber, just to get the student connection and student involvement, increase that throughout the school.
Renaissance hosts various events to raise awareness. Everything from fun soccer competitions to fundraisers for domestic violence and breast cancer awareness, and even providing translators at pep rallies and school events for Spanish and Marshallese speaking students. Most recently, they have contributed to creating posters for the Powder Puff game here at Har-Ber.
Right now they're centralized through the school. The events are centralized through school, but we are hoping to eventually make it outsourced to the community. So we're reaching out with the Arkansas Coalition for the Marshallese, and then going to be reaching out to families and different local businesses as well. My inspiration for this was I noticed, this is my second year at Har-Ber, and I noticed there was a little bit of a separation, or a small separation within the student body last year, and I wanted to figure out a way to get all the students engaged and all the students involved and just all the students connected.
Thank you for stepping up to share more about this leadership opportunity. For Har-Ber On-Air, I'm Mars McLeod.
Great to know more about Renaissance. What a great program. Thanks, Mars.
The Har-Ber On-Air crew has really been getting into the Halloween spirit. Clearly. This week we took some time to get together to celebrate. Take a look. That's all for this week's episode of Har-Ber On Air. We hope you enjoyed it.
Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Har-Ber Wildcat TV. If you have any story ideas, message us on Instagram or email Ms. Hamilton at thamilton@sdel.org. Thanks for watching. I'm Oppenheimer.
And I'm Barbie. We also have a couple of crew members who dressed up. Please welcome Mars McLeod and Aiden Curlin. Have a happy Halloween, Wildcats.